It's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. During the next 2 hours, our experts will help you with your gardening questions when you call 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. Or come by Milberger's during the show and have your question answered in person. And now it's time for Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.
Good afternoon. Welcome back, everybody, to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. It's a bright, sunny Saturday. I'm Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. I'd love to hear from you. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867. Or if you're walking around Milberger's, coming up to the patio, we'd love to talk to you, hear from you. But we'll be here for the next 2 hours.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'm hot and sweaty already.
It's not too bad today.
No, it's not as bad as Thursday. Or even this morning. This morning was really humid. It must have been from yesterday's rains.
That's true. Some parts did get some rain.
Where'd you get rain?
South of town.
Wow.
South of town.
Southeast of town.
I think the station
on the southeast side.
The station got like a drop or two yesterday, but that was pretty much it.
I smelled it. It smelled wonderful.
White streaked long kale.
Yep.
And some kind of blue thing attacked me on the way up here.
Really?
Blue thing.
How big?
Big. So, but it wouldn't stop. I'd go, stop, so I can look at your stripes or your spots. But no, it wouldn't.
Might be that. Shoot. Not the Admiral.
It wasn't an Admiral.
No.
But it had blue spots on it.
Well, I was going to say maybe we got the. It's not usually the giant that chases, but it's the other one that hangs out in the hackberries. But that if it's black, that's a female, and they're usually not as aggressive as that. But it could have been the one in the vines. What is the one that we see in the vines all the time?
I don't know.
That's amazing. I can't.
Divine? I don't know. The only thing I can think of Divine is the gentleman that was trying to sell avocados.
No,
that's the only thing in Divine.
The butterfly.
The
butterfly that lays its eggs in the. Well, I guess I'll have to get my little publication on. Since Mark is too old to remember any of this stuff.
Oh, it's the pamphlet.
And of course I am too. So.
Is it the Butterflies of South Texas? Is that what that pamphlet is?
Yeah. Mark, they didn't get any more of those, did they?
Oh, I didn't check other way in because I was running late this morning.
Oh, not you.
No, not me.
Gosh.
Anyway, he's looking. Hey, I wanted to talk about something. Last week, James called in, and he was wondering about a selection he wanted to grow, candy, onion.
Right.
And I got all confused and everything. So seeds are done in September. Well, for all onions. Yeah, that one.
This one?
Yeah. What's that one?
The purple hair streak?
Yeah.
Purple what?
The great purple hair streak.
Yeah, maybe I was seeing the one that you were seeing. I don't know.
This one right there.
Oh, that's a different one. That's not a big one.
Wow, it's big to me.
Yeah. I was thinking it was the pipevine swallowtail.
That could have been.
But there's our white striped longtail that was just out there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No, it was still there.
Yeah, there he goes. There, he's cooperating with us, giving us a good sight there.
Well, back to gardening on the gardening show.
Back to the candy onions.
It was variety candy, and he was wondering when to start the seed.
Right.
Well,
and then he was going to transplant, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And so the seed is done in
10-15,
late September or early October or thereabouts.
Yeah.
And so I apologize. I got all confused. But that's when the seed goes, and then you can either get slips here, transplants here, or
you guys
get them about a pencil. Is that a pencil? No, it's a little bit bigger than a pencil. So about a pencil is if you grow them from seed and yourself by yourself, then you wait till they're maybe a little smaller than a pencil, and then you plant them out. You had good rules. Was it on potatoes or was it on onions? And how many to plant in 100?
Onions.
Onions. So how many?
Every 4. I always plant them every 4 inches in the row, and then I try to use the two middle ones. 2 out of every 3 as green onions, and try to let the third one get a full size bottom. But it's tough if they're if the weather is cooperating and you're able to water them, because they'll grow fast.
Yeah.
And I used to get too many. I mean, it's so tempting when you like here. We usually have eight selections, including the candy.
Yeah, candy. Now the one thing is these onions are separated out into short days and long days. And we probably should do short days, right? Short day production? No, we can do...
Well, actually, some of them we do midday.
Oh.
But I'm trying to remember. I think you're right.
I'm looking at you for help, and I'm like, is it short?
Yeah, we'll have to look.
We'll have to go back and look.
What do you mean by short day and long day production?
Well, they go to maturity based on the length of the sun during the day.
Gotcha. Okay.
So you'll have less sun in the winter and spring, so you want something that will mature
quickly.
And so we rely on the wholesaler because they do a good job of reminding retailers and also just their customers. You can deal directly with them. The customers can. Hey, you're in an area in a short day area. If you plant this one, they're not going to get ripe. Yeah. Or if you plant this other one, they'll get ripe. They'll get mature too quick, and they won't be very large.
Yeah.
But they're easy to grow, and they're really productive onions, and then you got lots of choices. I've managed for a couple years just to rely on the Red Creole and the 1015, but they're all those other selection candy.
There's yellows and there's candy. There's yellows and whites, short whites, longer whites. There's a whole host of them.
And the wholesaler is wonderful in terms of meeting the needs of customers, including here at Milberger's.
So come around December, we'll have onions and we'll have potatoes.
Potato
slit or quarters.
I'll bet. Come October we'll have the onion plants.
You think so?
Yeah, they're pushing earlier. I think they are pushed too early, but I certainly can't complain about last year because I got these piles in the shade of big onions, the Creole and the 1015s that are they did very well.
Well, I had one of your onions from your garden in a cool, dry place, and I finally used it. Finished it off. So long ago I finished off most of the vegetables that you gave me, but I still had that one onion, and it was good.
I still got a few.
It was a yellow one, I think.
Yeah, that'd be 10-15. But yeah, that'll be interesting. They'll show up, and the tomatoes are looking good.
Oh yeah.
I lost another. I don't know what this deal is with my celebrities. I don't know if I got an ornery. Well, I know I have ornery raccoons, but I don't know if they're just picking the celebrity tomatoes and breaking them off, or what the deal is. So I've had to replace them a couple times. But as usual, the Ruby Crush and the BHN 968s are responding pretty well.
Mine is looking really good. I got it in, like I've mentioned, I have it in a half molasses barrel, or half, yeah. And it's putting on height like no tomorrow. So I keep it well watered, well fertilized.
And next Saturday, our article will be on the winter garden. So we'll be hard pressed not to talk about it today, but yeah, we're really get into it. We're still. I was trying to get through to the coffee, and I got intercepted several times on the tomatoes. It's the same. One of the questions still is, why are you planting new tomatoes when my plants look so good and there's no spider mites and they're green tomatoes on there?
They can be blessed. They have nice plants without spider mites, and that's always the key.
Yeah, and I related if in the long term, if you go, gather the data for 3 or 4 years, you will, if you plant a spring crop and a winter crop, you will end up with higher quality and more tomatoes than you will if you just have a long-term spring crop. But you could have a pretty good year if you don't get spider mites, and I worry a little bit about this heat. So a lot of gardeners have potted them up. Mm-hmm. I started by potting up half of them, but then I planted them all now in the soil. And one of the keys is just to make sure they get watered every day. But another thing I've been doing that we wrote about was that the zinnias from the flower garden, they dropped a ton of seed and they're germinating everywhere. And that's one thing about zinnias. Easy to transplant those seedlings. And so I can't resist. I've been turning over the soil on a couple rolls every day, and then getting a few zinnia seedlings from areas where I want to eventually plant something else, and transplanting them. And they kind of fade. They kind of fall over the first day, but 2 days later they're
that's what
perked up and ready for action.
I have a large container, 5-gallon, and they're full with zinnias. But I first planted some in. I put in some had died, and I put some more in from here, and they flopped over a little bit, and then that next couple of days they're straight up now and shooting forward.
But these zinnias here, they seem to be invincible in that heat out there. And then the other thing that really looks good are, I don't know, we don't have anything on sale, I guess, but the Coravincas, especially those white.
They have been on sale, so I don't know if they are. Are they still?
They are on sale this weekend.
Oh, excellent. What's the
for the Vinca Cora Series 4-inch pot? Regularly $179, on sale $8 for $12.
Oh gosh, yeah. If you got
and get that 8 for 12, because you want them in a mass planting. They're just outstanding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't bat an eyelash with this heat. So you turn the soil over and dig them in, and for a while. 3 or 4 days, you water them every day, but now Vincas, you don't want to overwater them.
No.
It's hard to overwater zinnias, but the Vincas could be overwatered. So if they're looking good, you go to once every other day, and then you can eventually, of course, if the heat breaks, then you get back to
once a week
or twice a week. Yeah. So anyhow, they're looking good, and we've got, let's see, well, what is this? September 1st, October, November. We got at least 3 months of the hot weather annuals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the store may bring them in. The nursery may bring in some of those cool annuals, but you really can go with the hot annuals way into November 1st.
Well, you might make it to Thanksgiving.
Huh?
That's always the end of the
warm
hot. Yeah, that's what I declare. Rarely does.
Rarely.
Well, and then Mark mentioned the potatoes. February 1st, I always recommend that we plant the potatoes.
I just looked it up again, and
And so the onions, November. Sometimes they do okay in October, but November, and then the potatoes way into February.
Yeah.
But broccoli and Swiss chard and cabbage, even Brussels sprouts and cauliflower, you can. They'll do all right planted in October.
Yeah. Hey, what's that say? Oh,
where's that?
Say?
On which row?
See, it says September 1st.
September 1st.
And then October 1st.
On October 1st.
And we got all this is what Calvin's going to talk about next week, but we can talk about that now. Yeah, so I got a little cheat card that reminds me of all the vegetables.
One
that we
item
can
for
plant.
November 1st, I see.
Yeah.
Well, in the old days, we used to plant spinach seed. Some gardeners still do.
Seed, yeah.
And seed.
But the spinach really doesn't like this heat.
No. That's why it has a T behind it. That means transplant.
Gotcha.
It's preferred.
So you want to wait on, if you can, on the spinach.
But coming up, the Calvin is correct. I have my note says September 1st as I start thinking about all these fall vegetables that can be planted in. I have like 20 different ones.
Yeah.
And we can get, maybe 15.
Well, and if you want a tomato crop and you haven't planted anything yet, now is the time. And we fall back on that to prepare the soil. It's relatively easy. Get a couple bags of compost, or some bags of compost, or a load of compost, and 2 inches put into the soil, and also we'll put about 10 cups of 1959 for every 100 square feet of bed. That's good for the tomatoes. It's good for the veggies, those greens, and then then we'll have the seed crops. The carrots are a little sensitive, and the lettuce they'll want to be.
Yeah, no, we won't do our lettuce.
Wait a while, but radishes and turnips, beets. Oh gosh, yeah, it'll be a neat planting period shortly. The okra is still producing.
I saw that you mentioned that on the side notes in the article, and the okra. What's the Spanish squash? Calabacita.
Yes.
Yeah,
and it's still growing up. Blooming.
Yeah, I went. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's doing really well.
All right.
It's there's these
and of course peppers.
We're
in San Antonio.
The peppers, yeah. I'm overwhelmed with peppers and with the Mexican squash. I have an eggplant.
Yeah.
I have a limited capacity for all 3 of those. I like all 3 of them, but I don't like to spend a lot of time cooking and doing recipes.
Yeah.
But gosh, it's nice to grow them, and they're relatively easy, and they love the sun and this heat, especially
the heat. Yeah. So the three that I always say in the summertime you can grow, no problem: okra, eggplant, and peppers, and a whole host of peppers you can play with. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you just check the tomato crop? The plants look great over there, and there's at least as many plants as there were last week. New supply, bigger plants. Great looking Tycoon, Celebrity, our Ruby Crush BHN 968, and yours. Several of the other
the cherries that I like. Yeah, Sweet 100s. Any 968 left?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
as far as I know, yes.
Okay.
Large selection. Well, 210-308-8867. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Calvin, for I think 2 weeks in a row, has been on the front page.
Yeah. Who paying it off?
That's the strangest.
You're paying off someone. You're paying it off.
The last one that was given that attention was the vines, and we got lots of response, and all through the state. I'd love to get an inventory of where they're appearing.
I think the furthest you said you heard was from up in Houston. You said,
yeah, Houston, and oh gosh. And, of course, Austin.
Yes.
And several communities around Austin, and then several communities over there by the coast on Houston. But this is a strange one. This is about bird baths.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's not strange. We've talked about it repeatedly, but
yeah, Mark was teasing about. Let's get back to gardening, But that which we've admitted many times, that the folks that love gardening, most of them also love supporting wildlife, and especially the birds and hummingbirds, and one of the easiest way to support the birds is with bird baths. It's can be hard if you're trying to support them with seeds and covering thickets, but bird baths can be attractive and easy. And the question that always comes up is, how do you avoid the mosquitoes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it's really not a problem if you use the traditional bird baths. They're only about 2 inches deep. And in a typical landscape in the neighborhoods around San Antonio or Austin, Seguin, all those communities that get our articles, that bird bath is splashed or evaporated dry by the end of the day.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about.
Yeah, certainly by the next day, and so you're gonna be watering, putting fresh water in repeatedly.
Well, and then typically you'll get. In my neighborhood, I just spent to count the number of species in one day, and easily you'll get 20 species of birds, and we listed them in the article that you can expect them. If you, we also mention in there, if you get one of those recirculating mechanisms, the either the plug-in or the solar-powered, for a lot of gardeners that are environmentally conscious, those solar-powered are real attractive. And the thing is, they're about, there's a wide variation in price, but you can get real good ones for under $30. And then that's another thing that eliminates the mosquitoes. If you got circulating water, the mosquitoes, they're not interested in breeding in circulating water. So that's not a problem. You do want to keep the mosquitoes under control. So make sure you got all your containers and buckets out there that got water that gets in there, that they're emptied. But for your bird baths, it's not usually an issue. And I like those. I talk about those drifts in the article of like 5 of those 2-inch bird baths that have that cementy kind of structure. We've got lots of them here at Milberger's. Quite often they're on sale. Yeah. But they work well. They stay relatively cool, and easy to refill, easy to keep clean, and they look good. That's kind of neat with those drifts. But nothing more fascinating than, to me anyway, and I'm sure to a lot of gardeners out there, when you got like 5 of those bird baths, and one of them is recirculating, and you'll have all those, you'll have them full of birds, especially if you have a landscape that's got some cover in it, and all those plants we've talked about, even the hummingbirds like the bird baths, and you'll have this time of the year you'll only have the black chin there, but the rest of the time you might, in the fall and in the winter, you might have 2 other species, the rufous and the ruby throat. But you'll bring, if you got that recirculating pump in there, you can expect to have migrating birds see that moving water, and they'll be down there, including the finches, all kinds of finches, indigos, what is the one though? The painted bunting. Is that the one? Painted, yeah. I just had one there. Just was amazing. Of course, I don't know if he was more interested in the bird bass or more interested in the pigweed out there going to seed, and then also the Johnson grass going to seed.
Well, that's a note, though, and you mentioned it in the article. Keep your bird baths at least 6 feet away from shrubs. Also, you don't necessarily want to have any kind of vegetation underneath. They prefer just the bird bath and a concrete slab or pavers or something like that to keep it level.
And, I know some gardeners brought it to my attention that there's some disagreement. There's some folks that
really
talked about, that were talking about, it's great to have the bird baths and water for the birds, but they were talking about all this shrubs and having them in the shade and everything.
Oh, no.
And I said, well, it doesn't seem to work in my landscape. I guess I've got too many Cooper's hawks that are cruising around there and visit the water. So you Mark, that 6-foot rule Mark's talking about. The 6 foot is close enough to give the birds, the lesser goldfinches and the cardinals, an escape to hide. But it also is far enough away that in most cases the feral cats can't make a jump into the 6 foot into the pool there.
Yeah. We'll continue right now, but we have a caller, 210-308-8867. We have Blake on the line. Blake, thank you for calling. How are we doing today?
Doing fine. Thank you, guys. I think I'm making a mistake. I checked with Dr. Google, and I have a giant oak tree that was hit by lightning 4 or 5 years ago. And around that tree now, I have about 20 by 20 hundreds of zinnias and baby breath, and therefore I water it every day. And the sucker growth coming out of that tree is already like 8 feet long this year, and no other oak tree in the yard is doing that. Am I making a mistake by watering it around that base of that tree every day?
All right, a couple of things. What do you mean by suckers? You mean those little root sprouts are coming up?
No, it's not the root sprouts. It's from the tree. Again, it was hit by lightning. But the sucker growth is incredible.
So it's coming right out of the side of the trunk. There is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
All right. A couple things to unpack. When a tree is hit by lightning, we usually go 50-50. So it's either going to die or it's going to survive, albeit with maybe a few branches gone, and this circular pattern around the trunk. Point number 2, you probably should never water plants underneath an oak tree right at the base. In fact, California, where all good laws are started, they have a law in certain parts of the state where you can't, you are not supposed to water. It's against the law to water the base of the live oak. So,
wow.
So when you put all these plants underneath, you're going to have to water them. It's not really conducive to good oak health.
But am I causing the problem with all that giant sucker growth on this one tree that no other trees in the yard have?
Part of the problem.
Part of the problem, yeah.
Now, is the top? The top's still alive, you're saying? Huh?
Right.
The top's still alive. They had to cut about a third of the tree out after the lightning hit.
Yeah.
But this is now 2 years in a row that I've had all these flowers around the base of the tree. Hundreds of zinnias and baby breath and all of that. And the neighbors love it. It's beautiful. But am I hurting the tree?
Let's go back to this process. So when you open up a canopy, so they had to remove a lot and expose the bark or trunks to sudden sunlight. It activates in the tree, so it activates mechanisms to produce a lot of sprouts.
Now,
so that's probably where those sprouts are coming. Are you helping the sprouts? Maybe. About all the watering. Are you helping the base of the tree, the roots? No, you're not.
Now
I'm watering every day, 20 by 20 around the base of the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, be still my heart. Well, Elizabeth, I'm coming to join you.
Now, see, my heart is operating differently.
Yeah.
Here we are debating about the well-being of an oak tree versus zinnias.
Yeah, I know.
But it is probably right. You probably want to control that. In addition to removing those flowers, you probably want to control that growth.
Well, if there's a lot of sunlight, you could grow the Cora vinca. Or Vinca periwinkle, and then you cut your watering down to nothing.
I'll bet you won't. With the,
it gets
competition,
blistering.
Even the Vinca,
it gets blistering sun.
But much less than the zinnias.
Much less, yeah. So you said it got blistering. Is that what I heard? Yeah.
It gets terrible west sun in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And that's why I have to water these guys every day.
Right. You're not. Bottom line, you're not helping the tree.
Okay. That's kind of what Dr. Google told me.
Yes. Okay. But I think a wonderful alternative would be kind of changing the plant palette. So more drought, and particularly since you said it gets blistering western sun, is changing the plant palette to periwinkle. I like my rock rose. That would go well. And then I think you could cut down to twice a week.
Even the dwarf
Ruellia.
You got a lot of choice.
A lot of choices, but
one of the good news is that that live oak are pretty tolerant, and you can that compromise Mark's talking about kind of reduces the pressure on the oak, and then you also get to you cut down the amount of water, but you get a very attractive look underneath there.
Right.
So
what else?
Okay, my concern was, or my habits really hurting this tree. Is that why I'm seeing all this weird sucker growth? And
no, it's a reaction to the pruning that was done. What did you say, 2-3 years ago?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago when the lightning hit.
It's amazing that it survived the lightning attack.
Well, as I said, is usually we just go, it's a 50-50 chance. And is there anything we can do? No. So you wait it out. In your case, you had to take out some of the canopy. And when that does, it tells the tree to start producing sprouts.
Okay.
Sounds good. It sounds like you did some great research and drew the conclusions and say goodbye to the zinnias for me.
Okay, I'll do it.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Great
All
call.
right. Have a good day.
Thank you, Blake. 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Calvin, what did you see right now?
Huh?
What did you spot over there?
I was just seeing a queen butterfly out there, plus one of the light-colored sulfurs, which is there's 5 or 6 yellows versions, and then the 5 or 6 of the white. There's one right there that went down into the lantanas. Gosh. Yeah, so they seem to love this heat, or at least on the edge of it here with these blooming plants and a little bit of shade where they can hide or escape the hot sun.
Escape the sun.
What were you looking at over there?
I was looking at, I had not had a chance to look at the tomatoes, and I saw some old friends. I don't know if you went through there. Yeah, I was looking for my BHN 968, but I don't think there's any left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you find?
But some of my old friends, Thunderbird.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Excuse me.
I wish you hadn't told me that.
I know, because you're going to get one later on. Thunderbird and Red Deuce. Do you remember Red Deuce?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So besides some of the celebrity and Amelia.
We might even see Steve Brown, because Thunderbird's one of his favorites here.
Steve, if you're listening, come on by. We got the Thunderbirds.
Did you see any Amelias?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that's I was on the backside of the second table. Excuse me. So yeah, I like Amelia. So a little bit smaller, but nice.
I might have to break down get a Thunderbird and an Amelia. I've got Tycoon, Celebrity. Pole Big,
and plus we still have
our
Pole
favorites.
Big. Yeah, Pole Big there. But anyway, I thought that was. I was.
Oh, look at here.
What do we got?
What do we got? Huh?
BHNs.
Yeah. I just wanted to know if there was any left. What do you got there? Another one?
Oh, so we have some BHNs.
Ladies and gentlemen, race over here. We have two
a few more. We have a couple of BHNs.
You can say a few more, okay.
She was just noting that you did not look very well because there's more BHN 968.
Well, we had to race back to get back on air. So
what?
You had to race back to get over to the show.
Oh yeah. So I had the cup of coffee in one hand and the glasses in the other. So.
All right. They're on that middle table or that second table if we're looking for them.
But anyway, I was more excited. I saw some, like I said, some old friends, Thunderbird and the Red Deuce.
Yeah. Lots of good choices.
So yes, we had another shipment in, and we have lots of good choices here. To sum that all up. So coming by. It is the 15th of August. What is that? That was my magic date. Always buy your tomatoes and get them in the ground now, today. Yeah, I got mine last week, and so they're in the ground already.
And don't forget,
or in the container already.
And don't forget, now if you pick the recommended varieties, they'll be semi-determinate or determinate, which means that they'll grow to production size quickly. They aren't going to be big like the old-fashioned ones, but they get to their full size quickly, and then they concentrate on setting fruit. So that's what you want. But if you're going to take advantage of their capability to produce great fruit, like those two we mentioned, the BHN 968 and the Ruby Crush, if you can find better tasting tomatoes than those, let me know, because through the years I've tasted a lot of tomatoes, but these two are my favorite, and they're so different. But they're still great. Then let us know, because those are the best choices out there. And let's see. So you got great choices of tomatoes, and you want to get them in the ground.
Right, first things first. Hold up.
What do we
That
have?
gentleman has some watermelon problems.
Watermelon problems.
Yeah. What is that a problem?
We got a picture right there, Mark.
Oh, I got to take my glasses off.
Hold on.
So a minute there, I thought it was an insect, because they had all shriveled up, right? Is that what it is?
That's the watermelon.
That's the water. Oh, okay. Let me see the list close.
I've got 3. I picked that. Oh,
There you go.
I have 3.
Show that one to Calvin. I enjoy that.
Right over there.
Yeah. So it's all really yellowy and scabby on one side.
Well, my immediate reaction, of course, is watermelons aren't this kind of weather is not their favorite weather.
Well, I was going to say 3 weeks ago that weather was not their favorite.
And
when it was we had 7 inches of rain in the month of July. That's a little abnormal.
yeah,
That's the plant.
Yeah.
The one I picked was from over here,
well, that looks pretty good.
except it's starting to turn.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be too.
So that's my.
I wouldn't be too quick.
Yeah.
Because those are. The foliage there looks
really good. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it was just on one side a little too long in a damp area. Whoops, I ruined it.
Let me set it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, you really is not much of a choice there.
Yeah.
You kind of let it deal with this weather, which is pretty challenging. We've been spent the time before the show out looking at even some of the roses that are known for being tough, but they're getting a little heated from this too, and so that's typically watermelon.
I saw the crabgrass is also trying to creep in.
Oh, well, if you want some crabgrass, I got plenty of that.
Can't eat that.
The birds love the crabgrass. But the seeds.
But yeah, just the first look at it, just first glance, it looks like it got a little wet on the outside on that, and got yellowy and scabby.
Okay.
And a little soft, a little fungus involved. But but we looked at the foliage, and the foliage looked good. So usually, if you had a fungal problem, it would be yellow blotches all up and down the.
I wouldn't water. You didn't spray over the top or anything, did you?
I might have.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't water that. I would water on a regular basis, but let the hose or kind of a drip.
I still would do a head, an old 400 head, and get as close to the ground as possible.
Because I think your plant's done amazingly well for the challenging weather that it's faced with, and
yes.
I predict that it's going to. If the weather breaks a little bit, that you're going to get some watermelon.
You think this year?
Oh yeah.
Huh, okay. I planted them in March, and it's already gotten that far.
That's a little early, but that's okay.
How far is it from here from you to the wall? Because that's about the distance of this from you to this wall right here.
It's
this wall here, 10 feet.
10 feet.
No, 8 feet.
8 feet. So that's about how long that foliage was.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I only took a half of it, but I got 3 watermelons, and one of which was that one that was rotted. So I've got the one that's green. I guess I need to turn it over and look at it.
Don't be overzealous in playing with it.
No.
Well, how do I know if they're ripe?
Well, how do you know if they're ripe?
How do you know when to pick them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an ongoing challenge
debate.
For centuries.
Discussing. After adult beverages usually gets quite heated, they should just pop off the vine.
Well, okay.
Or close to it. Some people say one twist and pop off.
Okay,
but there's lots of people who like different ways.
Pick it up, twist it, and if it pops off, it's ripe?
What I was going to suggest at this moment in time. Now I back up. This is good weather for the watermelons. But if we had heavy rain, you take a sheet of cardboard and just slip it underneath them.
Interesting. Okay.
I wouldn't do paper. I would do cardboard.
Okay.
And that's temporary, but it's just like get it off the ground just a little bit. But yeah. So what do you know the old technique? It's usually somebody. Now when they're ripe, and David always had to slap me over the head. The belly should be yellow, and there should be a slight hollowness to it. A thump when you thump it should be a little. But here's guys, when the belly is right, yellow, and the green is top, it should be ripe.
I always.
I'm always like, okay.
Don't pick it up.
Okay.
You pick it up and it's going to move.
All right, gotcha. This new technology.
I get reminded. My peach orchard, I had a relatively large field of watermelons, and it looked wonderful. The foliage did like yours there, and there were a lot of fruit out there, and then we went to harvest, and every species of wildlife in the area had already the raccoons had penetrated.
They looked really good, and you didn't eat anything.
Yeah, coyotes had penetrated, fox have penetrated. So they look great, but when you went out and harvested, it was like a 25% production, but
and this is the first time I've ever tried to grow watermelon.
Yeah.
So
it's fun. It's a fun thing. It's like pumpkins, the same thing. It's kind of like fun. You just need a huge area for the vines to run. What am I looking at?
That's the watermelon right there.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's my second time. The first time I was a little kid, I spit watermelon seeds and I had watermelons the next year. That didn't count, though.
I get a feeling we're going to see a novel come out of this.
It's good.
The watermelon in San Antonio.
And it's Guillermo in the giant peach.
So pick it up, twist it. If it pops off, eat it. And if not, then slide a cardboard.
As I said,
under it.
the visual attributes are it should be yellow, green on top, and the belly yellow.
Okay.
And a slight thumb.
All right.
I want to talk to you about
turn
all
Mark
the
down.
seeds.
All right. We're going to go to the top of the hour, taking the news. Yes.
Keep us informed.
Keep talking. All right, we'll be right back. Milberger's Gardening, South Texas.
We're back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas, live from Milberger's Landscaping and Nursery at 1604 in Bulverde Road. Come out to visit or call us at 210-308-8867. That's 210-308-8867. And now back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 a.m. The Answer.
Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 930 a.m. The Answer.
Good luck.
Alex Escobar with Dr. Calvin Finch and Mark Peterson. Give us a call at 210-308-8867, 210-308-8867.
On that note, we're looking at the photos of the watermelon, and there is a reason why you don't see a lot of watermelons grown in this area. Except down south at Dilley, because they have very sandy soil.
Prefers the sandy soil.
So you water it, but if you got a lot of rain, a lot of heavy rains, it would drain fairly well.
Now, when Mark, when you get a chance, or we can check and see what we've got for an inventory of.
Are we looking at seeds now?
No, I was thinking of the water situation here. I was just wondering what. I know we've got ceramics and we've got the.
We have a variety out front. You know where the agaves are and the yuccas. I think there's some out that way.
And every single, we mentioned in the article that every. I wonder if that puppy is spoiled.
You think?
But there's lots of different sizes and ceramics and
I was
colors.
going to say materials and colors, shapes and sizes.
And this is a way to have an environmental impact, but also to be involved in some kind of an artistic kind of expression.
And you did mention that in the article, having several different ones, different sizes and colors, maybe. So, let your artistic whimsy.
Now, I've seen gardeners too. I mean, you can, if you're interested in exploring this bird bath situation, you can come to a place like Milberger's, and you got lots of choices, lots of colors. Another thing to do that's kind of fun is go to sales, house. Yeah, because quite often
estate sales, probably.
Quite often the bird baths will be piled up. Yeah. Give me $2 a piece for them.
And there are probably some really nice ones. Some nice materials. Ceramics, maybe some kind of weathered concrete or stone, and that's what I'm looking for. It's kind of a bird bath that looks like it's been in there, all natural for a long time.
One of the gardeners that I was talking to about the bird baths said that one of the other articles he had seen, they talked about the concrete material, cement material, as getting too hot, and I think of it just the opposite. I think of it's got kind of an aerated kind of, and that doesn't seem to get hot. Now I think the ceramics, like if you got that beautiful blue, like Mark's shirt there. That can get a little warm, but the other thing is you can put them in the shade.
Yeah, just try to maintain that 6-foot boundary.
Now we talked about the these recirculating mechanisms, and the fact that you can get them on the internet or you can get them at places like Milberger's. I don't know what our inventory is like here, but I think we do have some here, and most of your neighborhood nurseries do, and the big box stores, everybody. So that, and then they last. Mine last at least 3 years, And it doesn't always matter if you've let them dry out. I'm always amazed when I come back, on a day like this, and the bird bath is dry, but then I put some water in there, and the recirculating just keeps going. So you don't worry about that too much, but you just keep adding the water when the water evaporates or gets splashed. That is a common. Now the photo we've got here in the San Antonio Life section of the Express News shows blue jays. They're quite the splashers, and of course white-winged doves and mockingbirds, cardinals really can do some splashing. Sometimes it's hard to tell what the species of the bird is after they've been in the pool. They kind of go into the bird bath. They kind of go wild in there, but the water will be spread all over. But it's kind of fun. And another thing about it, I don't know if we mentioned it in the article or not, but it's one of the great ways to introduce your grandchildren or your children to the environment and the birds and even gardening issues. Yeah, and because it's fascinating. Of course, my favorites are the cardinals
lesser
and the
finches.
lesser goldfinches, yeah.
I like to say that, the lesser goldfinches.
Yeah. Because of their bright colors, and they get so friendly and kind of bossy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Yeah. But that's kind of fun, and your kids or even your neighbors will enjoy that. And any visitors you get, they'll be entertained. And if you can't find, I'd list 20 species from that day that I wrote the article that when I was taking a break, and I looked out the back window, and there were 20.
Is that from your own backyard?
Oh, yeah.
Just looking. Okay.
Yeah. Now, in mine, I could have got another 10 species because I've got a lot of bird bass, and I've got the recirculating. I've got one in the back, and then one pond in the front. So they really are attracted to that moving water. So anyway, it's fun and environmentally effective, and it's something you might want to try. Relatively easy to deal with too. Do you do that? Do you do bird bass at all?
No, we've been talking about one, and I think last weekend I went to go see the ones that we have here at the back at Milberger's.
Yeah.
She likes one of them. I need to go back and look, see if they still have it.
Oh, gosh, yeah, they used to have lots of choices.
It's interesting that you mentioned grandparents and grandchildren. All of a sudden, I had a memory, and that's a lot. I learned a lot about birds and bird baths with my grandmother. My grandmother Alice, who was from Montana, and she had a lot of ranch and farming wisdom. So she taught me a lot about that.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Now, if you want, the article is on the front page and the second page of the San Antonio Life section of the Express News for today, and some neat photos of blue jays in action, and I think these are cardinals in action here too in the back. Two different mourning doves and white-winged doves, and then more blue jays. Blue jays are kind of the dominant one, I guess, in these photos. But it's an interesting discussion, and you might want to get a hold of that. All you got to do is go to your quickest 7-Eleven or Valero or wherever they sell the Express News. If you don't get it in the subscription, and even the Sunday version is usually got this San Antonio Life section of the newspaper. So take a look at that and let us know how you react. I'd be curious too about the different bird species and other gardeners that use the bird baths and how much action they get. But if you keep the water, if you fill it, like Mark said, you can do it. Some situations you'll have to do it a couple times a day. Most of them you can get it works there one time a day. I generally do mine in the evening. Rinse them out if there's algae in there, and then and fill them up. And then again, if there's a lot of splashing going on, you might want to do it again in midday or in the morning. So.
This is a good chore for children with caveats. The caveats is after the job is done that the water may flow freely in other directions. You don't want that. You just want them to fill it up. Tell them to go and right before supper.
Spoken like a true
single bachelor.
SAWS water conservation person.
That's it. Right before dinner, you go out and fill up. And then
speaking of that, Alex.
Yes.
Karen Guz is the retired vice president of conservation, is going to take Mark's place.
That's right.
Next Sunday. And then on Saturday, the president of the San Antonio Men's Garden Club is going to come and take Mark's place. I don't know where Mark is going.
No, I will be going to the homeland, the motherland, back in West Michigan, for a family reunion, which I have not attended for over 10 years. So I thought it was time to go back.
Will they recognize you?
Yes. Photos have been sent, and they can see me at the post office at any time.
Did you send the photos? Did you give them this much time? They might change where the event's going to be held without them. So, yeah, that'll be fun too. We'll miss Mark, but those two speakers,
both greats.
Yeah, we want
great hosts. It'll be fun to make sure you call in.
Yep.
And
speaking of calling in,
we have a caller.
We do 210-308-8867. We have David on the line. David, thank you for calling.
Good morning, gentlemen. I recently put some blue salvia and some black and blue salvia in my front garden, which gets the morning sun till probably mid-afternoon, and they're pretty distressed. Like, things don't get distressed with what we're doing with the water.
Yeah.
But is there a better place I can put them, or I don't know if mulch will help out much at this.
So what happens after the midday? So do they get shade?
Well, the shade is in the going behind the house, so they probably don't get that until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I think.
They're perfect. It's a perfect place for them.
Yeah.
Even though
how long they been there?
I put them in somewhere around March, and like I said, the blue, especially with only I don't hand water them too much. They just get the once a week thing with our water restrictions.
All right. You may have to hand water them other than that. But if the concept of morning and just early morning or early afternoon, rather, sunlight, and then shade for the rest of the day, that's perfect location for them. So that's did you get the Mystic Spires or merely Blue Sage and then the black and blue, or is it just you got black and blue?
I got Mystic Spire and black and blue. I just only have 2 of each, and they really kind of went through some heavy cycles where I was definitely noticing them. And
okay.
So
when is your watering day?
Wednesday.
So Friday or Saturday. No, I'm thinking wrong. The weekend, so Saturday or Sunday or Monday, a good hand watering.
I think my sprinkler system. I think my sprinkler system might accidentally come on for 5 minutes at 2 in the morning for that. Yeah.
No.
Just by accident.
Yeah, that's not enough water.
Okay.
You can do once a week, but you need a little bit more than that.
They may survive depending on what your soil. If anything's going to survive, salvia are going to survive, but there'll be a lot of adjustments every time the weather changes or there's a drought period. But I'll bet you'll be happy with it. You planted them in March?
March. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Those two are some of my favorite salvia, and I love salvia.
Yeah. So do the pollinators, the hummingbirds.
So it's a perfect location for it. No place you need to move. I just think the once a week is probably and then you run it only 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, maybe not that long, but I'll probably up that zone for that now.
All right. Yeah. So when I was with Saws, I probably did 15 for that zone, and I was being on the conservative side, so you can probably do a 20-minute, 15, 20 minutes. And then if you see anything, a little
crepe myrtle that popped up, and it's in between that and the sprinkler, so I might have to make that one go away. It was one of those volunteers that came from the neighbor's tree, and
no,
but it's kind of blocking.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I give you permission for that.
Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, you have it. Again, those are some of my favorite salvia. You did a great job, and that's a great location.
Yeah, they're good plants for our landscapes. Sounds good. Keep us informed.
All right, thank you, David. 210-308-8867.
There's a queen out there on the lantana checking out all the different colors.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to see which color it liked the best, but it appears that it likes all 6 different colors there because it stops and goes and then turns around, comes back, and goes back through.
I probably heard the lantanas are on sale.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
They're certainly in bloom.
That's a lovely segue, sir.
And a number 1, regularly $9.99. They're on sale for $7.88. And
you can't hardly beat those. Now this heat, sun. And even the dryness doesn't faze them once they're established.
12 hours of sunlight? Yeah, I can tolerate that.
And the deer don't eat them?
Yeah.
I did not look at the hard copy today. Mm-hmm. What else is on sale then?
We have plenty. I'll give a couple more.
Oh, I didn't see that there was it wasn't in the newspaper, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Well, then I feel
unless I just missed it.
We have a couple right now. We have Mexican heather, also known as Kufia, and a number 1, regularly $9.99, on sale for $7.88. We have some superstars, Esperanzas, on sale, and a number 2, regularly $24.99.
Oh boy, and they look nice.
They're on sale for $16.88. Also, right in front of us, the blue plumbagos, and a number 1, regularly $9.99, on sale for $7.88. And
I got one about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And a brand new pot for the front, and it's looking very nice.
We have a couple more, but we'll get to those on the other side of this break. But give us a call, 210-308-8867. We're going to be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867. Do have a couple more sale items. One is interior plants, which has been on sale these past couple of weeks. Starting at $4.99, they're on sale for 15% off. We also have citrus trees back on sale, starting at $49.99, 10% off. It's still a large selection.
I seldom recommend planting in the winter. In August. It's one of the few months I go, probably should wait. Except citrus. Container-grown citrus, I think, is a good time of year to plant those and get those going. In other words, get the root structure out and about and deep and well entrenched into the soil for the upcoming cool season.
Well, speaking of citrus, how do you feel about fruit trees? Because fruit trees are on sale this week. Their value $49.99. They're now 25% off.
Again,
do we know what we've got over there?
Yeah. That's the only thing.
It's just saying fruit trees, but
fruit trees. Well, I will look this afternoon. We'll come back tomorrow. Sales still be on tomorrow, correct?
Yes, they will.
Okay. I think some of the fruit, maybe the pears. Certainly figs. Are figs on
figs
sale?
There, yeah.
Yeah. So figs certainly, but the pears are my favorite, and the plums are our favorite. So maybe at this time.
Mm-hmm. No apples right now.
Don't get me started on
right,
apples.
Well, Mexican Bird of Paradise, or the Pride of Barbados, is on sale, and a number 2 up to $19.99 on sale for $16.88.
Yeah, they're beautiful, and they're blooming all over San Antonio, and I suspect Austin. Now, you don't grow much north of Austin, do we? Pride of Barbados?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Now, New Braunfels, Austin line, that kind of limits many different types of South Texas plants.
Boy, look at that wonderful food.
It wasn't for us.
All right. They're bringing food right past us. They're doing that on purpose, by the way.
Yes.
No, when you think...
They're much smaller than we are. We could probably handle that. Maybe not.
But usually think of that, the Anaquas, the Weisachs, not mesquite, but I would put Pride of Barbados in that, not much north of Austin.
Yeah. What about our yellow flowers?
Yellow flowers.
Does Tacoma stands, or is that on sale?
Yeah,
Esperanza?
Is that a magic line there too, or is it available? Does it work a little further north?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure on that one. Because it's in the mountains of West Texas and northern Mexico, I would say it has some cool ability.
But anyhow, here in the San Antonio, Austin area, it's beautiful and blooms.
But it's definitely in South Texas.
We also have Star Jasmine. It's also known as Confederate Jasmine on sale. Number 5 values to $34.99. It's on sale $28.88.
That's one of those vines. It's a leaner, but white flowers, fragrant flowers, evergreen, and the deer don't eat it. Great addition to the landscape, and fits into our area very well. Tough plant. Heat, can take the heat, drought tolerant. Lots of star jasmine. Different selections.
This one's not really cold tolerant though, right? It'll freeze back.
No,
the Star Jasmine.
Oh
no, not this one.
No.
Which one? I think
not usually.
The crossvine.
So the not even the crossvine, although it'll lose some of the foliage, but the coral vine.
That's what it was.
Butterfly vine.
Well,
we've been talking about vines these past couple weeks. So
did you see the butterfly vine over here?
I did not.
It's spectacular over at the Certified Butterfly Garden, full of blooms and yellow blooms.
You can
and those
take a trip over there after the show.
Butterflies.
You don't even need a passport. Just go walk over there.
A lot of butterflies. There's a very alert gardener.
Sure is.
Hey, pumpkins. She says, I'm busy.
Get me out of here. Get me out of this heat.
Yes, staying in the shade. But yes, the Star Jasmine's on sale for $28.88 for the number 5s.
Now they make a good an 8 foot. Will they fill 8 feet, 6 to 8 feet? I think they will fill.
Yeah. But I'm thinking because my recommendation always is, if you're going to put it on a fence, make sure it's a sturdy fence or an arbor. So it will go over an arbor. So it would probably get 8 feet.
And the blooms are nice with good fragrance, and the deer don't eat that. So
Yeah.
Good addition.
But that's an evergreen one. And
so where do they, if it's not in the newspaper, and it's here on the radio, we're telling them what's on sale, also they can go to our website?
Yes, they can go to the Milberger's website, which is milbergernursery.com. There you can see the sales that we have going on. Also events coming up, which next, I think Saturday, the 22nd, Milberger's is having their summer blood drive here from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you come in and donate or attempt to donate, you'll get a $10 gift certificate to Milberger's. But I think they're doing a little more.
And then this, Milton used to talk about every day, 3 times a summer, 4 times a summer, there was always a shortage. There really is a shortage right now.
In fact, it's a national shortage. And so please consider donating blood.
Yeah, okay, check out and see if you're eligible to donate. And they're much more liberal about it. There's a whole bunch of different options in terms of donating. So this, if you're going to give another try, this would be a good time to do it.
Yes, it is next Saturday, August 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Yes, you will get. Milberger's will give a $10 gift certificate to anyone offering to donate, but also they're adding a bonus. Donors who give will receive a free short sleeve T-shirt and a $25 HEB gift card from the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center.
Wow!
So yes, nice. Walk-ins are welcome, but you can also make your appointment. That's all there on the website at milbergernursery.com. But that's where you can find your sales, items, and also events going on here at Milberger's. Also, we've talked about it a lot. If you're looking for a specific plant or vegetable that may not be here at Milberger's at this time, but you want to be notified when it is available here at Milberger's, there's a number, there's a number you can call to put your name on the list to be notified when it is available. That number is 210-497-3760.
Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Because we've talked a lot about the tomatoes. If you have favorite selections, they're probably here right now, but they're not going to be here for long, I suppose. So you can tomatoes and all different kinds of plants, high demand plants. You can let the Milbergers know what you're interested in. They'll put them aside when they show up until they call you to give you a chance to pick one up if you want it. You're not obligated, but if you have some specific plant, like the Esperanza or the Pride of Barbados or the tomatoes, just get on that phone list, and they'll for sure let you know when they're here, and they'll set them temporarily aside for you. But you're not obligated. You don't have to sign your life away on this. But
or you can call in and ask about something right now, just like I did about are there any BHN 968?
And they brought them up.
And the staff came up, and within 5 minutes came up and told me there were 2 or more?
There was more than they brought up 2, but they said there's a few more over at the table.
So call in. Yes, and ask.
Call in during the show. That's 210.
Or better yet, come in and look.
8867, or come on down to Milberger's. Maybe you have someone else has watermelon questions, or whatever other plant questions.
Yeah.
2 more sale items we have. We have Texas sage, values at $149.99, 10% off on Texas sage.
How big?
It doesn't give a size online.
Most of them are 3 gallon at least.
I would, yeah.
Some are 3s.
Minimum of 3. And it may have been maybe 3 and 5. Let's just go that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I remember 3 the last time they were on sale. But there was another size, and I can't remember it. So, hey, call in. Yep. What was that number again to call in?
To here? To our show or to the
No, to the nursery.
To the store. to this nursery. It's
why would they call us? We don't seem to know anything.
The number to the store is 210-497-3760.
But they have some Cenizo. Now, Mark, didn't you remember those? Yes. There was one called San Antonio, I believe San Antonio Rose, which was one new to me. And that was a smaller one. That was like 3 to 4 feet tall and 3 to 4 feet wide. But they also have the old-fashioned ones, and that is Convent, Laredo. What's another old one? But they had at least five separate selections from small to taller.
Yeah, and this is a plant that's drought-tolerant, deer-proof again, and really an interesting plant to have in your landscape because it has its bloom is related. We're not all sure how it is related, but to the rain situation, the humidity situation, and it really is it's a great addition. It's another one of those that if you want to have an environmental impact on wildlife, especially the birds and the pollinators, having one of those is a way. And they're once they're established, they're very drought tolerant, and you won't have to worry about excessive use of water to take care of them for sure. Good plant.
Yep. Then last item for sale this week is crepe myrtles. Regularly $44.99. They're on sale for $38.88.
Boy, they're blooming up a storm throughout town.
Oh yes.
I have my favorites, but again, they provided me a list earlier this summer, and my favorites were on there. A lot of the Indian ones. I remember a Coma, and that's one. I believe that's a white, smaller one. But then the tall Basham's Party Pink, and if you know anything about that, that's 35 to 40 feet tall. That's as big as any tree around here. Wow. But also some of the San Antonio favorites, Red Rocket and Dynamite.
There were I can't remember where I saw it on the internet or someplace where there were new. We've talked about this before. You can't go a year on the crepe myrtles without being new varieties to choose from. There's a bunch of new reds that were identified, and the other one I forgot that we did have is Natchez. And we both you and I like that one. The white flower, but the bark is beautiful. It's cinnamon and sand color, so it's very beautiful. But yes, it's crepe myrtles. Every year there's a new one. I think there's over 150 separate varieties, and they range from anywhere from 18 inches tall, 15 inches tall, to, like I said, 40 feet tall. And white, pink, purple, red. Kind of a violet. The old used to be the old-fashioned. Used to be red, pink, and white.
Yeah, some of the ones we used to have a watermelon red or special red, and that special red was kind of a pinky red. But you could pick those out. Crepe myrtles that were planted in the late 70s and 80s. So it's old special red and watermelon red. I could pick them out down a street, and I'm going, that was planted in the 70s.
A lot of them are blooming.
Yeah.
Sure are.
Blooming out there in the neighborhoods right now.
Yep, 210-308-8867. We're going to take one last break for today. We'll be right back with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Welcome back to Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. Got about 15 minutes in our show for today, so give us a call at 210-308-8867. 210-308-8867.
So what did we say? Our article, let's see, this article was about bird baths and how the birds will enjoy it and how many species you may have. And we kind of put out a challenge there, list 20 that I don't doubt you'll see 20 if you have a typical landscape. Mm-hmm. And you probably, if you have get one of those $30 recycling instruments.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, that'll add another 10 species to it, so that'll be interesting. Let's see. Next week we talked about vegetable.
Yeah,
vegetables.
Fall vegetables. That will be. Excuse me. That will be interesting because there's always anticipation. That September 1st is usually kind of a key figure. We kind of start thinking strongly about fall gardening when we hit that September 1st or Labor Day. We start thinking about it strongly.
And you can start fast with tomatoes. You want to get them in place because I guess, Mark, we got some pepper plants over there too.
Yeah, we still have pepper plants. I did not go over there. I
think I saw some bells.
But usually in the summertime we have a variety of peppers that you can plant. So yeah, if you like traditional jalapenos or serranos, we have those. We have some of the
and we got probably 3 months more of pepper production, and. Of course, eggplants, another 3 months of eggplant.
So, I don't know if we have any okra over there, but if you had some okra.
There is some okra right over there.
Oh, my goodness.
All right.
Some big, nice-looking okra plants over there.
Well, that's what you want.
Should have enough time.
You want to look for Oscar okra or Carolina spineless. Those are your two recommended varieties.
All right. Should be our last caller for the day, 210-308-8867. We have James on the line. James, thank you for calling. How are we doing?
Well, good and not so good.
Oh, boy.
I got it. Yeah, I've been looking at my cedar elm through the window out in the front yard, and it hasn't been looking good. And I went out there a little while ago and looked at it a little closer. And
wait, don't tell me. So the leaves are yellowish with a little gray scab on them, maybe, and kind of thin throughout.
Yes, and I'm not going to say no, but I didn't look as close as you're describing because as soon as I saw what I saw, I went and grabbed a water hose and I'm watering it right now as a precaution. What I'm noticing is that, yes, from the distance, what caused me to go out there, yellowing leaves the past few days, and I figured, heat's drying out. So I went and looked at it, and not only yellow, a lot of them are brown, like they're fixing to fall off, and some have fallen off.
Cedar elm?
Yeah, cedar elm.
Cedar. Now what I'm noticing, because I had to relocate my lateral lines for my septic 3 or 4 years ago, and pretty close to the root zone on the east side and the south side of the tree, only about 6 to 8 feet apart, or two lateral lines on either side. And so the grass is Bermuda all around the tree, which is green due to the lateral line. So I'm thinking the tree's getting enough moisture, or what's going on?
You are correct. It is probably getting enough moisture. And I wanted to surprise you by saying, stop. Let me tell you what the symptoms are. So what happens many times if there is a couple of weeks of heavy rainfall, that's what we had, the cedar elms occasionally will turn a yellow and they'll have a leaf fungi on their leaves, obviously, Mark. A lot of times it'll produce a brown or a grayish white scab on the leaf.
Okay, I'll expect for that.
And it's not a serious problem. That is, it's not life-threatening.
Good deal. Glad to hear.
But a lot of times people start dumping the water. It's not necessarily you have to dump the water. Now, you have to remember, we haven't had any rain for 3.5, 4 weeks. So if the grass is within the critical root zone and you have irrigation system within the critical root zone, you don't have to add additional water to it.
Okay, so after the show ends, just go cut the water off. I just put it on right before I called. Yeah.
Now, you're not, are you going to harm it? No. It probably deserves a nice drink of water, as we used to say.
Now, I'm watering it on the west side where the lateral line is much further away, but the grass is still green where I put my little ring sprinkler, so it's telling me there's moisture at least at the upper level. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's good to know. Now, what this tree is doing, what it did once, several years ago, which kind of led me to believe it was a lace bark elm, but it may not be. It is now, when I went out to inspect it, it is shedding its bark profusely, or beginning to, like it did that one year, and it hadn't done it that severe since, and this has been several years ago. It's been minor every year, but it looks like it's going through that cycle again. So does that mean anything? Good, bad, or indifferent?
No, it means good. It means that it put on really good growth in April when we had doubled the amount of monthly rain, and in June and July. So so the leaves were functioning properly and producing a lot of food, and so the tree produced bigger rings. So it's shedding some of the dead tissue.
Yeah,
I can
tell the trunk has grown in the past couple of years. So since I've relocated the laterals, I guess due to the moisture, it's kind of spurted its growth. I'm assuming that was part of the cause of it. Okay. Secondly, my bur oak. I went out there and I inspected it again late yesterday, and this is the first year since it was really young that it has 0 acorns on it this year. What's going on with that? Normally, it only has a few because it's a relatively young tree, about 18 years old since I planted it. It normally only has about maybe 5 to 10 at most acorns. This year it has 0.
You want more?
I've got a grand total.
Yes,
2 acorns for 10 years. So. On my burrow.
So there are a couple of things. Burrow tends to put a lot of energy when it's young and an adolescent into developing a very extensive root system.
Right.
And that's why they grow so slow and linger in a seedling stage for such a long time. The other thing is, like we often mention, Calvin and I often mention, is the previous year's summer often portends what the next year's seed crop will be. So if you had a fruit tree or pecan the previous year and you watered it really well, then, and if all the cold weather is correct, you'll probably get a good crop that following year. And the last thing is oaks and a little bit of pecans. They have mast years where they're every 5 to 7 years they'll produce a lot of acorns, and then on the other ones those other years not so much.
Okay.
So it's a combination of things.
Okay. This particular tree, to your point, it was very, very slow to hardly any top growth the first 10 years. And then about 3, 4, 5 years ago, it has taken off vertically, not so much horizontally. So it's put on a lot of height in the last 5 years. And then all of a sudden it started growing, and then it stopped producing the acorns. But I guess it's the other factors, the water, heat, etc. Right?
Sounds like you're describing mine.
Yes. So nothing to be concerned about, right?
Right. So that's what I was just going when you're describing it. Yep. That is a very typical bur oak. The standard typical.
Okay. I actually really enjoy the acorns. I've got 2 right here on my desk inside from this same tree we're talking about from about 3 or 4 years ago. And I really like them with their mossy cups. They're really decorative. I just put them around the house, just little novelties. So I was hoping for some more. Yeah, just hoping for some more.
So
maybe next year.
I was going to say, gather up some ball moss and paint it silver and gold, and then maybe decorations on the burrow cups, and then send them to New York City. And those people will buy anything, as native ornaments. Just a thought.
Okay,
right, thanks.
I'm gonna wait for more acorns next year. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, James. We're inside 4 minutes, but the number again is 210-308-8867. Went through our sale items, went through Calvin's article. Let's see. Well,
what are you looking for?
No, I saw a message pop up, but it's just 4 minutes for our show today.
Well, I was also looking at, because of the rearrangement of the newspaper, and Calvin was on the front page, I was looking at Neil Sperry's columns and answers to some questions.
What did he have?
Maybe we'll talk about some of them tomorrow. Yeah,
and also if you
I know what one.
Get a chance, read the article and read Neil's article too, and that'll give us some opportunity to bring up some issues and have some discussions out there.
I talked about this before. We'll just leave it at that Neil is incorrect about something,
and we've got.
So we'll just leave you
tomatoes to talk about, and the vegetables to talk about, and then of course, still I got lots of things about the providing water to the birds and other wildlife to talk about too. Easy to do, very rewarding and fun.
And then schools are starting up too, so maybe there's some programs at schools.
And still, you've got. There's still, even though there's nothing showing in the paper, there's lots of things on sale.
Yes.
Including those Fincas.
Mm-hmm. All the colors.
Yeah. And Esperanza, and Pride of Barbados. Lots of wonderful plants for sale. It's worthwhile, too, to make a visit here to Milberger's to go through the greenhouse. And see the interior plants. And if you really take an interest in the bird baths, stop by and look at their selection. You can really make a pretty you can be an environmental issue and an artistic issue too, because of the ceramics and drift that we talk about for the bird baths. I'm looking at
what are you smiling at? I'm looking across at you.
At the dog is making an assessment of all the parts of the lantanas over there.
Mm-hmm. And that same butterfly has been hanging around this whole show too.
Yeah.
Is that purple one?
Another one.
The big purple one that I've been.
No, I think it's the one that Calvin spotted.
Yeah. There's that. There he is.
There he is.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hi, Millie.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
She's got lots of things to smell.
Definitely.
So come over to Milberger's and enjoy the smells, just like Millie did.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we'll be here all day tomorrow, noon to 2.
You had to stop and think? Yeah, 12 to 2. 12 to 2. It's very easy.
Yes, but
and if you haven't made a decision about tomatoes, think about that some more, because those selections that you like are available. Ruby Crush and DHN 968. Containers is a great place. They're great for containers.
It is optimal tomato planting time,
Absolutely.
whether it be containers or in the ground.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be live tomorrow, Sunday, with Milberger's Gardening South Texas on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.